When I say Mavericks on the, you say move. Mavericks on the move. Mavericks on the move. Thank you so much for joining Mavericks on the Move today. If this is your first time here, my name is Jamilah Corbitt. I am the creator and host of Mavericks on the Move, where we bring together entrepreneurs and business professionals to create symbiotic partnerships. So visit mavericksonthemove.com. We have a special treat for you today. We're all about family, business, and relationships. Ooh, stay tuned. My first guests are a father and daughter duo that have been running a health and wellness business for the past 5 years. Let's give it up for Jack and Maxie Smith. Thanks so much for joining us today.
You're absolutely welcome. Thanks
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
I'm always fascinated by the relationships, the personal relationships that blend into business relationships. So before we get started, I want you to tell us a little bit more, Jack, about your wife, Andrea, who wasn't able to make it today, and how you two met, and then how you two decided to start a business together.
Okay. I was stationed in Germany with the Air Force back in '92, and at that time I was working in the medical field. I was working in the hospital in the operating room. So I had a lot of medical experience behind me. And during that period of time, I was involved with a German-American social club. And that's where I met Andrea at during that period of time. And then after we got married back in the States, then we started having some family issues, health-wise. And Maxie can talk on that one, because that one impacts her to start off with. But that's where we really got started at. We wanted to do something different. We wanted to get ourselves, healthy and everything else. And we knew that environmental had a lot to do with it. And that was the start of our journey, is finding something that was environmental friendly.
And Maxie, you're part of this business as well. So did they pull you into this, or were you a willing participant?
It was funny because when I wanted to join, they were actually like, you should wait with it. You should wait and see what you want to do. Maybe this is too spontaneous. But I was all in. I was like, nope, I want to do this. You got to let me do it. And it's the only time I ever defied my parents in that sense.
Yeah.
But why?
When I learned more about the impact that we could have, not only on people and their health, but on several generations of families and the environment, that was so important to me. And I was about to go into college. I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I was kind of in this in-between place where I didn't know what my purpose was, and that just was it hit all the right boxes, and it just felt right. I don't know. Yeah.
So you did it because it felt right, and not because your parents told you to do it.
No.
Nah.
She fought me on that, because she goes, Dad, I got to have my social security number. Got to have my social security number.
And he was like, why? So I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to do this thing, and you're just going to have to go with it. So yeah.
All right, and you got your family has been successful in this venture together, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, Jack, your wife Andrea, she moved over here from Germany. She's originally from Germany. She's moved over here with you, and then you guys you also have a son,
right?
And I think the son contributed to also starting this health and wellness journey as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that story?
Yeah, my son was born with spinal meningitis. As a matter of fact, the day after birth, he contracted spinal meningitis. And with that came a lot of additional issues that we really didn't know how it was going to pan out. And during that period of time, he had ADD, ADHD, and that's been a really significant problem for us over the years. We tried 8 different medications, nothing helped with him. And we started some of the supplements, and we started noticing he started reacting with the medications, with the supplements, and he started calming down. So that was like a beginning factor for us. But then Maxie had some issues too, and I'll let Maxie talk about that, because that was a significant one.
So for me, it was I had so many health issues to begin with, and it's so unusual for someone at my age to have had so many health issues. When I was, I think, 3 or 4, I had asthma, and I had the nebulizer, I had the inhalers. It was pretty bad. Then at school, I would come home with rashes on my forearms, and we didn't know why. So then we found out that I was having some sort of reaction to the chemical cleaners they were using on the desks where I was leaning my arms against. So that's kind of started us on looking for an environmental friendly, natural cleaners that, would not have me break out. But not only that, I was sick all the time, like really all the time. In fact, I was sick so much that I was legally not supposed to graduate from high school because I had missed so many school days. And I remember this so vividly, probably because it was a teacher that I had my challenges with. But he told me when I graduated, when he handed me my certificate, he's like, "I'm surprised you graduated." And I was like, "Excuse me?" And he said, "Well, because you were sick so often that I didn't know that you were going to make it." And my grades weren't the best by any means, but I wasn't failing, so they didn't have a reason to hold me back. And so therefore I graduated even though I technically shouldn't have. And so that was kind of a wake-up call. You know, my health had to become a priority. And so that's how we got to looking for a way to get healthier and a natural alternative.
So now I understand why you decided to buy into the business as well, because it literally changed your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really changed my whole life. Since then, I have not gotten sick, and it's been 6 years.
Wow. Jack and Maxie, what do you guys do?
Take it, Maxie.
So we work with a company called Shackley, and it's a natural nutrition company that was started in 1956. So what we're really proud of is our history of integrity, and we've worked with NASA, Olympic athletes. So we meet with people and really focus on optimizing their health, whether that means bringing in environmentally friendly cleaners to clean up their environment, or finding out a personalized supplement program using natural vitamins that can really increase their energy, get better sleep. Whatever their health issue is, we like helping with that. And for us, I think the main focus is that we feel like we're making a positive impact, and that we are giving them all the information so that they feel empowered to make their own decisions, and we just leave it to them. As long as they're making their own decisions, we are happy.
Yeah, because to me, it's the main thing that people have to take control of their health. It's a mind change, and it's hard for people to do. So we sit back and we listen to them, we listen to what their needs are, and then try to provide them the information that they need to make an informed decision.
And so what are some of the biggest challenges that you guys face as a family that does business together?
Yeah, I don't really think it's a challenge. I think it's more of a benefit, because we get a chance to work together as a family and build a stronger core relationship amongst all three of us that are in the business.
Which is kind of hard because we're already pretty close to begin with.
Yeah, it is.
So you're telling me you guys don't have any arguments? It's just all sunshine and rainbows at home?
No, but I do think that the benefits so far have outweighed all of the challenges.
Yeah.
Just simply because it's so great to have other people to bounce off ideas with. As you know, or as everybody knows, businesses have their ups and downs, and you can have a lot of challenges. So it's great when you have other cheerleaders that are so close to you that can be like, "You got this, power through." But also you find people that react better to maybe someone male, someone female, someone who's older, somebody who's younger, and we are able to really pull together as a family unit, as a team, and really support one another.
But the thing you also have to remember too is that you can't let the business override the relationship of the family separately. You have to make sure you have time for that family relationship too.
And that leads me to my next question. How do you balance family and business?
You know, you're right, it's a balance, and it's hard. It really is, because when you're like with Maxie, she's doing her business, we're strategizing together. We're planning things. We're into training all the time. We're talking to our members. We're following up. So that's a large part of our time, but we even bring our son into it to help us out at the same time. So we get to do things as a family that way.
So the way we do it is we really have to prioritize also us. So we know that since we work as a family together, that a lot of our time will be spent on work, but we have to make sure that we don't spend all of our time on work, but that we also get that core family time. So when we go on, I call them vacations, but really it's work vacations.
A workation.
Workations, exactly. We definitely plan at least a few extra days where we have some time where we can explore and just spend time as a family together.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are some tips to keep in mind when you go into business with your parents, or when you go into business with your spouse?
For me, the thing that I like to think about is that, one is that you both have strengths and weaknesses. So you try to work with those strengths and weaknesses. My wife is better on finances than I am. I like to go out and speak with large groups of people, and she's kind of shy. So you build upon those strengths and weaknesses upon yourself. You want to add something to that, Maxie?
I think, once again, going back to your previous question, just making sure that you also know that even though you guys are I don't want to say coworkers, but you guys are teammates,
Yeah.
that you are still family first and foremost, and making sure that that is that priority.
Do you guys ever compete with each other? Like, I'm going to make
Oh, God, no.
yeah.
this much
What
this
are you
month?
talking
You and I
about?
compete.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we compete.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I didn't even know about this.
I
but
love
okay.
Yeah, we'll sit there and I can come in sometimes and I'll say, well, I saw this person, I talked to this person. She goes, oh, no, I saw this one and I've got this one as a customer now. And so we kind of get in competition
So that's
sometimes
where
that way.
I think the time sometimes plays a factor, because we have different schedules. And so then sometimes when I have talked to someone previously that he was unaware of, then he might be like, oh, okay, I can tell them more about what we do. But then I'll be like, sorry, I already did it. So it's still within our family, so we're always very happy to be able to kind of work together
Yeah.
on everything.
And as far as financially, I know you and your wife are in the business together.
Right.
How do you separate finances, or do you separate finances? Does it all blend? Do you have like a family pot and you all put something in the pot? How does that work?
No, we have a separate business account. That it's a joint business account for my wife and I. So we strictly use that money and put that money back into the business, and we keep rolling the money back over and over and over again. We try not to put our own personal money into it because it's a business, and we want to make
it can
sure
get really
we separate
sticky
it.
that way.
Absolutely.
And what about you?
So I keep mine very separate from my parents.
Of course.
Yeah.
I would too.
No, so same situation. I just have, I'm setting up a business account, so I have that separate as well. Just
So you guys don't have a family pot?
Oh,
No.
no.
Okay. All right. I just had to ask. And so how can people reach you guys?
So we're easily available. So you can reach us through email. That's for my dad.
Yeah, we've got a Facebook account. I have
Do you want to mention
a
your
website.
email?
Yeah, email is jwsmith51@hotmail.com, or telephone number 240-688-5139.
So really, we
Yeah.
are so easily available. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we
Well,
have.
tell everybody how
Okay,
they can
well,
reach you.
Instagram. My Instagram handle is naturally Maxie, and my email is mebs512@hotmail.com. It stands for my initials, and my phone number is 240-688-5141. And we're available all the time. I sometimes have people call me or text me at 1:30 in the morning, and I'll respond because I can still do
Oh
that.
no. Mm-mm. No thanks.
Yeah,
That'll
love
wait
it.
till I wake up.
We've been overseas, and I've had people call me and say, hey, look, I'm interested in something. I've called them from overseas because business comes first.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
All right.
We love what we do.
I love it. Another round of applause for Jack and Maxie. So now we're going to open it up for Q&A. Do we have any questions for Jack and Maxie?
My question is, where do you get most of your business from?
That's a good question.
Fantastic question, Brian.
I feel like that's a lead-in.
That's
It may or may not
He's
be.
giving you an alley-oop,
Yeah.
and I think I know the answer.
We actually both belong to a business networking, and I belong to the Capital Business Alliance, which is out of Bethesda. Maxie.
There's a wonderful networking organization, and networking organizations have really helped us grow and learn as business people. So BNI, as it is called, Business Networking International, has really helped us grow. He's in one chapter, I'm in a different chapter, so we're able to reach a lot more people that way.
I knew what Brian was doing. Any other questions?
Now, I heard the segment, but I'm still unsure. What exactly do you market? Is it vitamins? Is it supplements? I just want to get an idea of exactly.
Absolutely. So we do a whole bunch of different things. So we generally work as health consultants.
Okay.
So we distribute the products of a company called Shackley, and Shackley has over 300 products. So we focus on different categories such as healthy home, so keeping your environment clean and environmentally friendly, healthy beauty, skincare, makeup, that kind of thing, sports nutrition for those athletes, weight loss for those who want to lose weight, and your basic vitamins, healthy solutions, kids vitamins, that kind of thing, protein powders, everything.
And do you meet with small groups when you're marketing your product?
We do one-on-ones, we do smaller groups. I've also talked in front of bigger groups. It just depends on what the need is. The more people we can reach, the happier we are.
And how long have you been in business again?
For me, it's been 5 years, yes.
5
And
years.
my parents were 2 months longer than me.
Let's give them another round of applause. When we come back, our next guest will share how they navigate a business partnership and a personal relationship. Stay tuned. My next guests are the founders of Wealth Through Wellness and C4 Networking for small business owners. Please help me welcome to the stage Natasha Kapoor and Rick Whedon.
Hi.
Hey!
Hey.
Thanks
How
for
are you?
joining us.
Thank you
Thank you for having us.
You guys are a very dynamic couple, but before we get started into the nitty gritty, walk us through how you first met, because I think that's a very interesting story.
Absolutely. So I was running a networking company. It's a startup. And my goal was to grow a membership within this networking company. So we had networking events every month, at least 60 to 80 people. And I had a list, a huge list to spam because we're growing a company. And she happened to get on my list, and I'll let her
Spam
take it
list
from there.
on
I'll
your
let her
spam
take it
I
from there.
was at an event and I handed a card over to a gentleman and he proceeded to give it to him, and there I got email after email from a Rick Whedon, and I'm thinking, who the bleep is Rick Whedon and why am I getting spammed? But I ended up going to an event and there he was, and I was really in a really cool place. I just hit a very high level, VP level in a previous company I was in, and I was talking to him about it. And he, besides his networking business, he had a little side hustle that he was also within wellness, which is what I was in. And I just loved his passion. I loved how he talked about it. I loved how he felt about being healthier and changing the world and doing things by design, and I thought it was really cool. So he was like, yeah, let's do something together. We could we could work together. And I was thinking to myself, he's got this little old company and I don't really need that company. So I was like, hey, let's make a plan. When one of our companies goes under, knowing it wouldn't be mine, the other one's got to join the other person. And we made this deal.
Well, was this before? Pardon the interruption, but
This was the
this
first
before
night we met.
The first night?
Yes, the first night we met.
So you were
And
struck by Cupid.
I was struck. I don't know if Cupid was there, but
I think we just had a mutual respect for
We
one another
did.
because
Okay.
I think that initially it was about business, and
Yeah.
really I admired her sense of being an independent woman,
Yeah.
accomplishing so many great things.
sure, he's
her,
not
her
hard to look
attitude.
at either.
Well, he might be a little easy on the eyes.
And it was funny because a friend of mine was there. She's like, you gotta meet this beautiful woman. She's incredible. She'd be great on our team. She'd be great. Go meet her. I'm like, I got 80 people in the room. I gotta take care of them too. But we did meet on a mutual level of respect in terms of passion for our side hustle and just passion for life and creating a life by design.
So I just said, one of our companies goes under, we should definitely connect. And
His went under.
2 weeks later, and he's a
Twist
man
of
of his
fate.
word. He gave me a call, and we've been started the whole thing. That was about 8 years ago. We're blended. We've raised 3 kids.
And
together.
exactly what do you guys do?
I beg your pardon?
What do you do? What's the company?
So Wealth Through Wellness is a concept of teaching people how to create wealth through wellness. We've partnered with a innovative and pioneering nutrition company, no compromise nutrition company, and our goal is to show people, because if I go back, the gig economy is huge and it's real. A lot of people are joining the gig economy by choice and also not by choice. And the gig economy, all it is just individuals becoming independent consultants or contractors in whatever field or endeavor that you choose. And because of the nature of the economy, people are forced either to choose to become a part of the gig economy, or They choose to because they have a passion for something. So we just try to show people how they can use this gig economy vehicle to create a life by their own design by creating wealth through wellness. And in particular, we deal in nutrition.
Yeah, so I kind of like to look at it as if everybody knows Uber, they create networks of drivers with their cars, and Airbnb does it with their homes and homeowners. Well, we do it. We've partnered with a wonderful company called Isogenics, and we use what people eat for breakfast to create wealth for them.
And it's interesting, too, Tasha brings up networks. We all are part of networks. We're either part of a networking group. If you're an employee, you're part of that network as an employee. Or if you're part of the management team within that, you're part of that network. So we're trying to educate people to show them that we all have networks. And if we tap into those networks, not from the standpoint of selling something to somebody or duping them into something, but just showing them the power behind networks. And some of the wealthiest people in the world have said that they built their life through the networks that they have.
And can I just add, one of the things that makes me is so full of passion for me is helping that person out there who is working too many hours, or maybe isn't happy in what they're doing, or is a teacher who isn't getting paid enough, or is a government worker who's furloughed or shut down, or the plan B, the residual income piece of being able to have a way to create income and better and improve and maintain your health, and do it to lock arms and help the community and just really uprise people. That just, for me, that's nirvana.
We're both about adding value to people's lives.
Yeah.
And I love it. And that's what, as business people, that's what we strive to do, especially as entrepreneurs. We want to add value to people's lives as well. And you also co-own C4 Networking, which helps small business owners, and you guys network in a very dynamic way. You guys are full of mavericks.
Like you,
Jamilah.
Jamilah.
Hey.
It's all about mavericks.
Yes. And I think you two, like I said before, have a very interesting dynamic. Rick, you're an introvert. Natasha, you're the socialite. But there is a big but. How does that dynamic translate in business and at home? Do you have a lot of strife and conflict?
Well, I think for me, I'm more the analytical type. I'm definitely can be an extrovert. I enjoy speaking with people, speaking in front of people, educating people, informing them. However, she lights up rooms. She lights up the world. I've often told her she lights up wherever she goes. She lights it up.
You light up my life.
Exactly. I know we were gonna go to song, but yeah. So she was kind of the impetus of how C4 Networking brought about, and how she's turned that into something very, very special.
But I think also, he's an introvert, extrovert. There's times it's, very introvert.
Outgoing introvert, like myself.
Yes, exactly, very much like you. And I'm more of the extrovert, and I like to be around people, and I love that energy that happens. But, we're so much about empowering and teaching and showing. He can command a room. He's a lawyer by background, so there's all that information that there is to share. There's that educational piece. He's always loved to mentor. He's amazing with our children. They're just, they all have equally amazing relationships as they look up to him. And he's just got that thing of bringing people together and really sharing. And me, I kind of think of myself a little more like ignorance on fire. I'm just so excited of just to, help someone either meet the right person or connect with the right person or have the right vehicle, or just there's stuff out there, right? That's just, and that's what I love about C4. It's about connecting. And I've been networking and in the industry for 15 years now, and I just felt like there's a need, just like Mavericks on the Move, there's a need for out-of-the-box networking groups. We love the regular ones too, BNI, and I've been a part of all of them. They're all wonderful. It's always good to have connections, but helping the small business owner, helping the entrepreneur, helping just the stay-home mom who's just coming out to meet some people. I think that's just, to be able to do that, it's actually like my favorite time of the month.
And your passion, both your passions are radiating right now. And here's the thing, I know you guys don't see eye to eye on everything. No one does. I wish we didn't have conflict, but we do. And so how do you still get business done as a partner, as business partners and life partners, when you're not seeing eye to eye? Can you share some tips on how to get through that?
Sure.
And what do you guys do?
So relationships are always evolving, and we always are striving to evolve. Energy is important, and sometimes when the energy goes south, our business can go south, just to be quite honest. Yeah. And there may be some people who are like that, who are in business, if they work together, that if that energy's not clicking, then the business, you just can't, because we're in a business where we work with people, where we show passion, where we show joy and emotion, both ups and downs. So sometimes, just to be completely candid, is when things are a little tough, our energy level can be low, and it can hit the business, and the business can suffer for a day or so before we.
So do you give each other space? How does that work?
The long story short of your response is, how does it work during conflict? It doesn't. But we find a way, because business has to go on, right? I'm that person who, wants to deal with it, wants to talk about it, wants to just, okay, it's done. Let's just grow from it and move on, right? It's okay, it's all over. And he's like, wait, I'm not tired being mad yet, So he needs a little more time and a little more space. And it was really hard for me. I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, time's passing. Like, let's just, we may be further along in our business or even just in life in general, but what I have with Rick is the greatest journey of learning in my life, which I haven't shared with anyone else I've ever known in my life. And I wouldn't trade even the hardest times for the things that we've learned and grown from and shared. And it's humbled us. And it's kind of, we're not that all great and perfect. And yeah, we do have crazy fights, and it does, but...
So from what I'm hearing, it's about understanding and compromise.
Yeah, and we're working on that never going to sleep mad thing, That, like
that thing.
The Brady Bunch always
thing.
told us, Mike told the kids, never go to sleep.
But that's an important point, is that it's as I said, it's an evolution, and it's something that we continuously strive to get better at.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in our business, and we've seen that in our relationship as well.
And so what are some tips for navigating a business relationship with a close friend or partner?
I think boundaries, understanding and appreciating the boundaries that someone may have for themselves, and appreciating those and talking those through. I think understanding, and I think it may have been stated earlier in terms of skill sets, like what skill set someone has that may be different from mine, and appreciating that and valuing that and understanding that that's better, because, again, she does a lot more belly-to-belly, face-to-face, a lot more out and about. I'm more on the social media side. I'm more, using tools like LinkedIn and so forth to connect and build relationships with people, and she does it more face-to-face.
But I think the greatest advice is to see how it goes. Like, we started off very excited. We had all these same dreams, same, like, what we were going to do, how we were going to help people. And we did things differently. We did presentations together. We'd go to meetings together. We would, lead a room. We were like the Tasha and Rick, show kind of thing. And that was fun, and it had its thing. And I think we evolve. I think as you're in relationships, and that all partnerships and relationships, even Jack and Maxie, it's like it's how they're evolving, and how you allow that change to happen, and to allow it happen and not to feel scared. Sometimes you're like, what do you mean you're not going to present with me? What, I got to do this alone? But then, all of a sudden, hey, I got this, and it makes you grow a little bit, and just kind of feeling like it's okay to just give each other this little, go do it this way, and I'm right here if you need me, kind of thing, and just kind of figuring out.
Little freedom.
Yeah, a little freedom, and just exploration and different things. We used to do a lot more things together. Now we're more like divide and conquer, Which
leads to empowerment. I mean, you're empowering someone to learn new skills. You're empowering people to if it's a couple, how they can kind of do it and get it done, even though it may be a little scary, even though it may be a little frightening, even though it's not something that's very comfortable. She always says to me, we got to get out of that comfort zone.
Right.
So it's about getting out of that comfort zone in all aspects of business and our relationship.
And how can people reach you?
So our email is wealth through wellness. That's WEALTHRUWELLNESS, the number 7 @gmail.com. We can also be reached at about.me/Rick and Natasha, and that's RICKANDNATASCHA. And I also have a website for C4. For those of you, we'd love to have you visit. It's an amazing networking experience. It's an explosive networking experience. And our website there is c4networking.com. We are working on a website and a landing page, and that'll be up soon, but we're also both on Facebook, Rick Whedon, Natasha Kapoor. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Instagram as Rick and Tasha. We're on Twitter as Rick and Tasha. I think that's about it, right? Wait, my phone number. Let me give that right out there. 240-423-4733. You can reach us both on that.
Another round of applause for Rick and Tasha. Now we're going to have Q&A for Rick and Tasha. Do we have any questions from the audience?
So, Rick, we know that you're a lawyer, previous to network marketing career. Natasha, I'm curious to know what you used to do and what kind of attracted you into this business.
So I did quite a bit, actually. I came out of college and did PR, and so I was always kind of in the, people business. Went into the travel industry and used to run travel desks for law firms, so that was fun. And then I had babies and stayed home and just chilled out and realized by the time they were about 5 or 6 that, that's not happening. And I was approached by someone in the network marketing industry. And of course I had all this, I tried it some years before and spent too much and filled up my closet full of products, and I had all the bad, and I was like, no, I'm not, But I found a wonderful place where I was able to sort of create it the way I wanted to, which is how I feel it should all be. It should all be with health, with wealth. There's always a way to create it. And I had great success with a previous company, went to the top levels of the company, and until joining, actually it was Rick. He had a health crisis. He was 65 pounds heavier, all his biomarkers going the wrong way, doctors telling us to get on all sorts of medications. And we found these products with Isogenics, and he, first of all, lost a bunch of weight, but the most important thing was walked back into his doctor's office and never got on one drug, and that was 4 years ago. And still, we just came back from a month in India, and all my, how it is, Visa, it's doctors, our families are full of doctors, so they all sent him in for all the tests and all, and they all like, oh, look how healthy he is. Okay, yeah. So and of course they're like, when is this coming to India? And that's our question too. So that's what I did before, but I love this industry. There's 2 things we need, health and wealth, and I'm very passionate about just helping people, especially people who can't see it, who really, so it's just, Thank you, Visa.
Let's give him another round of applause. When we return, we're going to hear from business owners in the audience. Stay tuned. Please help me welcome to the stage Sherry Samuels.
I'm Sherry Samuels. I am the voice coach. What does that mean? I don't teach you how to sing. What I do is I teach women and girls how to connect with their inner voice. I teach you how to use risk, compassion, trust, and curiosity to get connected to who you really are on the inside. I am Sherry Samuels, the voice coach.
That was good. Please help me welcome to the stage Kaito Bangui.
All right, my name is Kaito Bangudi from JustOneWeekend.com, and I work with aspiring entrepreneurs who are frustrated because they've got a purpose, they know they've got a calling, and they've also got this business that they're trying to start. But the challenge is, how do you marry that calling with that business? So I help entrepreneurs marry their business calling with their life purpose. Kaito Bangudi, JustOneWeekend.com.
Thank you. Please help me welcome to the stage Visa Shanmugam.
Hi, I'm Visa Shanmugam. I am a mindset transformation coach with Becoming You LLC, and I help very busy professional working moms who are extraordinary in what they do, but they have a hard time believing it. And so I help them break through limiting beliefs and their own self-imposed glass ceilings to find fulfillment and happiness.
Good job. All right. And that's today's show. Thank you so much for watching. If you're catching this on YouTube, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this out. Each one reach one, each one teach one.